Hi, it's Leslie Fightmaster. I hope that you're enjoying your summer. Today's class we'll do a slow flow, and we're not going to create tons of heat because summertime creates tons of heat. So we don't usually need to do as much warm-up as we would normally. So join me today. Bring your hands together, close your eyes, and take a moment to set an intention for your practice. All intentions are always welcome, maybe a word or a phrase, and maybe sending out some nice energy to someone. And then let your eyes softly blink open, release your hands, and let's come into child's pose. So the knees can be wide or narrow, whatever feels better. And just let your head rest down on the mat or on your hands. And start to lengthen your breath. As you lengthen your breath, see if you can feel any more length in your spine. So the tailbone is reaching down toward the heels. And the head is extended slightly forward. And then from here, we'll reach the arms forward on an inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands off to the right and shift your hips over to the left and just stretch through the side body. And then walk them back to center on your inhale. Exhale, walk the hands to the left, shifting hips to the right. And then back to center. On your next inhale, make your way up onto your hands and knees. And just keep your hands where they were so your wrists are a little bit in front of the shoulders. Then bring your chest forward. Lift your chin, lift your tailbone up. As you exhale, round your back. Take your hips all the way back to the heels and stretch it back. I'm going to do that a few times. So as you inhale, come on up. Bring your chest forward, again lifting the hips. As you exhale, begin to round your back. And then take your hips all the way back onto the heels. And again, inhale forward, lifting the chin, lifting the tailbone, drawing the shoulder blades toward the waist. Exhale, rounding the back, and again, take the hips all the way to the heels. Once again, inhale forward. Exhale, tuck and round. And then hips to heels. Keeping the arms forward, we'll come back up onto the knees, but this time tuck the toes under and make your way into downward facing dog. Make sure that the legs are hips width, and then just start to bend one knee and the other as you warm up your hamstrings a bit. Keep the breath nice and steady. And come way up onto the toes, bend the knees. Keep your hips really high so you can lengthen through the spine. And then start to reach your heels down any amount. If your legs don't straighten, it's totally fine. And then we'll make our way slowly again back to the knees. And back to child's pose. And then inhale, come on up. So modified sun salutation. Shift your hips forward. Knees are still on the floor. Hug your elbows in. Exhale, lower all the way down. As you inhale, little cobra, peel the chest up. As you exhale, come back to the knees and come into child's pose. Just for a breath. Come up onto the knees, tuck the toes under, downward dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. Spread the fingers wide. Press into the base of the fingers as you lift away with the forearms. And then come on back down to the knees and back into child's pose. And we'll do that same thing. So inhale again to the knees. Shifting forward, hug your elbows in as you lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra, peel the chest up, pull the hands toward the feet, toes straight back, lift the belly. Exhale, press up onto the knees and make your way back to child's pose just for a breath. And then back up onto the knees a bit, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. And then back down to the knees and child's pose. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, make your way up onto the knees. Shift your shoulders forward about an inch. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, peel the chest up, cobra. Maybe a higher cobra today if it feels okay on your lower back. And exhale to the knees. Press back into child's pose. Inhale, up onto the knees. Tuck the toes, downward dog. So it's our last one this time. So we'll walk the hands toward the feet and the feet toward the hands for this one. Keeping the feet hips distance apart, grab your opposite elbows and just hang forward here. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And then let your torso gently rock side to side. Keep your head heavy. The neck is lengthening. And then let your arms just hang right down. Lightly nod your head yes. And shake your head no. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips and lengthen out your spine. Exhale here. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. And then let's make our way to the front of the mat. Finding Tadasana pose. Big toes together, heels slightly apart or feet hips distance. Drop the tailbone, lift the hip bones. Open up the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around, and up, and look up. Reach up, but let the shoulder blades soften away from the ears. Exhale, palms facing out, take the arms back down. Again, inhale, arms out, around, and up. Look up as you take them up. Exhale, arms back down. And now we'll add a forward fold to this. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding and hinge forward from your hips. Inhale, hands to shins, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold again, bend the knees here if you need to. Inhale, press firmly through the feet and rise up with a long spine stretching up. And exhale, bring the hands right down the center. One more time. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding again. And press through the feet. Rise up with a long spine. Inhale. And exhale the hands. So I'm going to add a little twist here. On your inhale, take the arms out, around, and up again. This time, exhale, bring the arms halfway down and pause here, reaching through the arms. I'm going to bring your right arm forward, your left arm back. Now, your left hip wants to go back too, but press your left hip forward. So try and keep your hips square toward the front of the mat as best you can. And breathe here. You can look toward your back hand if you like. 3 breaths. Keep the belly drawing in. 2 legs are firm. And inhale back to center. Exhale the right arm back, left arm forward. So again, this hip wants to go back, but press it forward toward the front of the mat. You can look toward either hand, really. 3. If you look toward the back hand, then your neck gets a little stretched too, which is nice. 2. And then inhale, come back to center. Reach all the way up. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Take a quarter turn to one side of your mat and step your feet out nice and wide. Turn your right leg all the way out and your back toes in slightly. Line up your front heel and your back arch. I'm going to take triangle pose, Trikonasana. If you have a yoga block, you're welcome to put it right behind your right ankle. Inhale the arms to a T. Shift your hips back and lean forward, forward, forward. When you can't lean anymore, take your right hand down and your left arm up. Now press a lot of weight into the base of the big toe of your right foot. Make sure this right knee joint isn't locking out. Now imagine you have a wall behind you. You're leaning your right hip against the wall, the front hip, and your upper back. And then inhale, reaching your left arm forward. Exhale, take it around in a big, slow circle. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, circle. Inhale and reach. Exhale to circle. Inhale and reach. And then look down at the front foot as if someone's pulling you up. Inhale, come back to center. Bring our feet to parallel. Left leg all the way out, the back toes in slightly. Again, line up your front heel with your back arch. Arms up. Shift your hips back, and then hinging from the front hip, get as much length as you can, and then take the left hand down. Stretch up through the right arm, and press some weight again into the base of the big toe of the left foot, pressing your calf toward your shin. Now lean your torso back right over your front thigh, and breathe. So look up at your top hand unless it bothers your neck. In that case, look forward or look down. Then inhale, right arm forward in line with the ear. Exhale, sweep it down, make a big circle. Inhale the arm up. Exhale and circle it around. Inhale and reach. Exhale and circle it around. Inhale, reach the arm up. And look down at your front foot like someone's pulling you up. Inhale, come back to center. And then take your feet to parallel and your hands onto your hips. Toes point in just a little toward each other. On an inhale, open the chest to lengthen. On your exhale, hinging forward, take your fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold in any amount. The crown of the head is reaching toward the floor. If it can touch, let it, but make sure your spine is long. If it doesn't touch, no worries. Then check where the weight is in your feet. It's probably a little toward the heels, so shift it toward the balls of the feet so it's more even. And breathe here. Gaze off the tip of the nose softly. And then come halfway up on your inhale. Hands to hips as you exhale. Inhale, come back to center. And either step your feet together, or if you want to hop, you can hop. But since it's summertime, less hopping. Let's come back to the front. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into plank. And again, we're just going to take the knees down to the floor. Now looking forward, where your right hand is, we'll step the right foot there. So right foot steps. If it doesn't make it, just pick it up and bring it forward. Keep your left knee down and inhale, come into low lunge. Now, if your left knee is a little bit sensitive or maybe you have a thin mat, put a blanket underneath it. Reach the arms up, spin the triceps forward and sink in. Pull the right hip back, send the left hip forward as you breathe here. And if you sink in and your knee goes past your ankle, walk your foot forward so it lines up, knee over ankle. Take 2 more breaths here, stretching out the left thigh and hip flexor. Keep reaching tall. And then we'll release it. And straighten that front leg, come onto the heel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward over the leg for a half split. And then we'll rebend it and take it back onto the knee. Now the left side. Looking forward, step the left foot all the way up by the left hand. And then we'll make our way back up into low lunge. Tailbone dropping down, hip bones lifting up. Start to sink your hips forward as you reach. Pull the left hip back and send the right hip forward. Keep sinking in little by little, but make sure, again, that knee doesn't go past the ankle. We want to keep the knee safe. Pull the left hip back. Just a couple more breaths. And then arms back down, straighten out your left leg, come onto the heel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. And we'll rebend it. Come back to the knee. And then just sit back onto your heels for a moment and then shift your hips off to one side, extend the legs in front of you. And we'll come onto our backs for a bridge pose. So feet are hips width apart. Okay, take your arms right by your sides. Draw in your belly. Lift your hip points up just a little bit. Press into the heels. Inhale, lift up your hips, your low back and mid back, maybe the upper back. Either keep the palms flat or clasp the hands and roll the shoulders under. Chin stays away from the chest as you breathe here. 3 more breaths. Spiral the thighs in toward each other like you're holding a block. And release. Lower down. Let the soles of the feet come together and let your knees drop apart. And we'll do that one more time. Feet to the floor, hips distance apart. Make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel. Press into the heels, inhale, lift up. So again, either keep your hands down. You could also bend your elbows and point your fingertips up, and then you can also get your shoulders to roll under a little bit that way. Keep your chin away from your chest, but keep lifting your chest toward the chin. Take one more breath here. And lower. Draw the knees into the chest. And just rock here a little bit side to side. I'm going to make little circles on the low back, one way and the other. It's going back and forth. Now keep your right knee hugging in, extend your left leg out. As you exhale, take your right knee off to the left side and twist. And look over the right shoulder, breathing here. Couple long breaths with turning the belly up toward the ceiling as you twist. One more breath. And then come on back to center on your inhale. And draw the left knee in. Extend the right leg out. Inhale here. Exhale, take the knee off to the right side and turn, look over the left shoulder. Again, trying to turn the belly up toward the ceiling as you twist. And then come on through center on your inhale. Take the pinky toe sides of your feet, draw your knees in toward your armpits for happy baby. Lengthen through the tailbone. You can stay right here or gently rock side to side. A nice little hip opener. Now we'll keep all that length in the lower back. Release the feet to the floor. Keep lengthening through the lower back, drawing the shoulder blades toward the waist, and extend your legs out. And let your feet just flop open. Bring your arms by your sides with your palms faced up. And then make sure you're comfortable. Once you get into that comfortable position, close your eyes and just come into natural breathing. We'll take a little Shavasana. Allow your next breath to be a little bit longer. As you release it, start to make some movements in your fingers and your toes, and your hands and your feet. And reach your arms overhead, stretching through the legs and the arms. And then bend your knees. And just carefully roll off to your right side for a moment. And just pausing for gratitude for all of our blessings. And then with your left hands, let's make our way up. The head comes up last. And then sitting up, cross at your shins. Bring our hands together. Hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Bring our hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. Sending out this nice positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. I thank you so much for joining us today. I am Leslie Fightmaster for Poppy and Seed, and please also check out fightmasteryoga.com. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.